be added to the group that's gonna reach out to other shluchim. That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
So we need more shluchim.
How many do we have?
So we have two groups. We basically have a group for Anashim and a group for shluchim. So we have Rabbi Majeski. Are you on, Mendy? I don't know what happened to Mendy. I was working.
How much is everybody? Are we all taking just a what? Are we all taking like a certain amount of people to influence?
Right, that's the plan. So as soon as we get this group, we need at least 5. It'd be nice if we can get 10.
You should get 10 for sure. We should get 10.
But we only have right now in the shluchim committee. I think we have 2, 3 maybe.
There are people that are calling other shluchim.
That we have to, yeah. We're gonna have to. Oh, send these back.
Wow.
Back.
I'm in. I don't mind.
Turning Mashiach back on. Yeah.
So you don't mind being on the group, okay? So we have one more.
I'm happy to call shluchim. I've been trying to do the WhatsApp, but I'm waiting for a response over there.
I don't mind calling some shluchim.
I just left a message on one of my WhatsApp groups that's live, and I want to know if this is resonating for you or not. And if it isn't, tell me what are you missing. And if it is, are you doing it? So I left a video, 45 seconds. Let's see what I get back.
I think it's also since it's not a certain day, they give you 1 share per month, right? So everyone, I think they should have had a certain day or time that would have pushed people to do it. You know what I mean? Now people are thinking,
they told us it was live last week and it's available this week, and by next week people will see it.
Okay, Sandy, we'll have to send in the belt.
I'm rejoining the Welt. I had my encounter with COVID.
With COVID, yeah, it's got the soft COVID.
More than I wanted. More than I ever wanted.
Interesting. Mandy Rubenfeld. You had it, and Mandy Rubenfeld.
So whoever came to the Verbringen, to the Verbringen.
Apparently.
I didn't catch it.
Didn't Verbring enough.
I was about to say, it's Dacharaya.
Right.
Okay, so just you're ready to talk, or you're okay? I see you're a bit hoarse.
Lose a little weight.
I'm gonna watch the call. Hear from everybody.
This was your first, Sandy. This was your first brush with this.
That I know of. Whatever it was, we were in Chicago for a chasana, and we had to drive all the way back during it, so it left me a little worn out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, is Laser Gurkov on? Because Laser was supposed to officially finish.
Yes, he did. He sent me, and I didn't check it yet. He sent me something yesterday, and I didn't. He added onto the booklet. Each one he added a poil mamish, like a line of how poil mamish to it. Plus, he added makoides to every single one.
Oh, how does it look now?
Didn't know. I feel bad. I didn't open it up yet, but that was that's I did. But he sent it to me yesterday. So he's really. And Arala, I have to speak to Arala to see if Arala can finish this. And I'm having already people from all over the world asking because people want to put it out. I put it out for my chassan. People are calling me. They want to put it for chassanas. People want to put it for things. The Welt on Mashiach. The Welt on Mashiach.
So now we have a
group that wanted to edit it.
Did you see the Russian one?
If you don't mind emailing it to me, so I'll give it to the people who are working on the translations.
Right.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to send it to you.
The Spanish was done. I send it to somebody else to edit it, to look it over. And I'm supposed to get, hopefully, yesterday I was told by the guy that I asked for the French. He delayed it a little bit, but he's going to get to it right away. I have an issue with the Russian. The Russian, I finally met them on Friday. He told me, I'm sorry. I won't have time to get to it, so I'll have to look for somebody else.
Well, someone did it in Russian. Someone did it in Russian.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for telling me. Because I was okay.
Fine. You didn't take Russian in the first place. You just took French.
I thought I did. Okay, fine, perfect, done.
Yeah. I thought you understood. Just don't take Russian. I just have to send them the new version.
Yes, I'm gonna add you. I'm gonna send that into you.
So send it, I'll send it at least to what's with the Hebrew?
So took the Hebrew. What's his name? I forgot his name. He didn't get back to me. I have to get a hold of him.
Okay, because I also sent it to somebody in Hebrew, and he tells me, לוקח לי קצת יותר זמן ממה שחשבתי. So I asked him, לוקח לך זמן להגיע לזה או לעבוד על זה? So, but this is where we're up to. But if, as I said, the Spanish was translated. I sent it off to my son in Argentina to give it to a professional to clean it up, clean it up. We'll get it done. And the same thing is with French. Sorry.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. I had today a story of such a Gilui Olam Umayla that I'm partially shaking from it. Nice, it's something very amazing.
No.
So it's related to my chasana that I made last week, Sunday.
Like a mazel tov again.
Oh yeah. So Simchas Ba'alaman. So
by the way, Reuven, I'm interrupted. We all expected to get an invitation.
You sent one.
I meant a ticket.
Thursday before the chasana. I always teach a Thursday night shir, and the Malton Rebbe is my bottom. Usually the Alter Rebbe is my bottom. Lately, I ran out of the Alter Rebbe is my bottom meaning in the Torah Ordnish Kasach. So the Parshas is the Parshas. There's a lot of my bottom. Some that are very just few. And I'm teaching this for many years, so I have to look for other things. So I started teaching Piyurei Azoyar. The Mittel Rebbe, it's really the Alter Rebbe is my bottom. In any case, the week before the chasana, Thursday night, I was going to teach the Maimer, but then I needed to do some airport pickups. Some people were coming in. So I didn't teach the Maimer, and I was feeling bad as a Zayin Adonish to go on the Maimer. So I decided I'll teach at Matzah Shabbos the night before the chasana. The Matzah Shabbos, I got busy with stuff. I didn't do it. So I said,
You're mute.
A call come in. Sunday morning is the day of the chasana. I'm going to teach in the Mamshugana. I'm going to go in and teach 2 hours of Maimer. So I said, the lady's busy doing makeup. I said, what's that? Makeup I'm going to do the Maimer. It was the early chasana too. The chasana was 3 o'clock. Pictures.
That's that makeup, no?
I ran to my shul and I taught for 2 hours. 2 hours. And I had like a struggle with me because I'm thinking maybe I should teach Drusha Chasana. Because if I'm teaching a day of a Chasana, I should teach maybe Drusha Chasana. But then I was thinking, no, this Maimer that I started preparing, Parshas Vayetze, about Maimer and Biyurei Azoyah, that's the one I want to teach. Okay, I'm teaching it, and I'm getting phone calls because of this. And my Edim calls me, my future Chassan, the Chas getting the Chassan. And I told the people when I'm teaching online, please excuse me, I have to leave my phone open, and because the day of the Chasana, so I'm going to get calls. So please excuse me getting calls. Anyways, so my Adam calls me. He wants to come to my shul. It's a quiet place. The day of the Chasana, so I said, for sure, come. So he comes, and I told him, you can't stay in the main room because that's where I'm teaching the Maimer. But I gave him an office. I had him. And as I'm teaching, I'm thinking, this is so special. My Adam sits in the room. The Chasana. I was feeling very visraimus and nefesh from the whole experience. So this is okay. I taught it. Fine. This is Sunday. Today, I didn't finish the Maimer. So today I sat down in the morning to finish preparing the Maimer for this week, Thursday. I taught only half of it. I taught last week and today. My Adam's name is Margolin. The whole end of the Maimer that I'm learning today is all about the significance of Margolin. It gives a long arichas. The Alter Rebbe is explaining that these are the stones. Usually, I never knew what Margolin means. Margolias are pearls, but Margolin ain't garnished. What's mean Margolin? The ganze Maimer explains that these are stones that are the Yudbeis Bakar, the Markova, when they makabel the oida leki the extra, and avonim zakim the oid. I don't know. It was a very, very special experience for me to have confirmation from the Alter Rebbe on the day of the Chasana. Als wegen der Meile von Margolin and diese Sachen Ma'oi, the Tafke Diersteinen was an Gorgor Hoyach. So what did I see? The Rebbe says, and this is what I've been later for bringing about this one could you see all the Rebbe says that Adveltische and great. Alts Hashem is Zuchich. So hat schon der Scheure Born in the Leviasen. And it's clear from, if you learn the sichos, not just the Vayesh sichos that we're going to kach now, but if you learn the Vayesh sichos, the Vayishlach sichos, and all these sichos you see, the Rebbe is saying one nekuda, especially in these weeks, is that the Olam HaGashmi is already a full, complete keli for Elokus. This is in ganzen Mezuchich, that your goof is just as heilig as your neshama. And if you're not feeling that way, it's naeg in a cup. Aber mitzad the inyonen, the birurim hat sich geendigt, the Welt is already a keli. If that's the case, you have to be able to see Elokus in a yeder dreiv yimedreitzach. And that's the situation we're living in today. That's the reality. Avu de gestach not aker, darfst du kennen sein Elokus and Eberste mit allen Yonim. It was very geschmack today to see that. Punkt today, I thought, hey, dafke this moment, and Margol and ahead of him. But that's in Yonim Ikriyam, like your daughter's getting married, and the one she's marrying, and the last name, and all in Yonim, Take. But it's not in the Yonim. It's just posh shit. That's what our whole booklet is about. The booklet is just a tiny little kav hamachshava, but it's not just that. It has to be in literally every prat cotton of your life. Why you're for lunch eating strawberry, it does rech Mashiach. And for us, you know, every nekudik in your life has to shrai. Even mikir tizak. Alts is a lakus and a lakus is alts. That's the state we ourselves need to open ourselves up to, and that's what we need to bring to the I didn't realize there's nothing here in the world that Rebbe says that needs to be fixed anymore. We fixed everything. Everything is mezuchich already. The Rebbe uses the words in the Maimer, the Welt, the oil, your guf, and oilam agashmi, zene shana keli, sa alla oiris vigiluyim, including koilul ubemiyuchid oirish al Mashiach. Ounces alakus. That's very geschmack. So, I think that's the nekut. When the Rebbe says Shoyda Boyd Leviyasin is here, what does the Rebbe mean? What's the Shoyda Boyd Leviyasin? The outcome of all the birurim. We prepared the Suda. That's from all the birurim. And everything is done. So now you're sitting by the table, but the Shoyda Boyd Leviyasin. Thus it does. That's not effing in the Yoigin. Kach nereli.
This Motzei Shabbos, I was invited by Beloved Malka, some family, Belzach Sidim, Skverich Sidim, Dorger Sidim. I was the only non-Streimer sitting there.
I could have sent you one.
What?
I could have sent you one.
Sorry for that. So, anyway, I was talking about the men are verbracht, and the Weiber are verbracht. And then on the way home, my wife tells me, you wouldn't believe it. The whole conversation, the entire Bava market between the women was all about Moshiach. He said, she couldn't believe it. Not that she brought it up. This one read this article, and this one read this sefer, it's a book. She didn't remember. I have to find out that somebody wrote a whole sefer book, apparently. And he shows, and he talks about how everything which is happening today in the world is all about Mashiach. I don't even know what it is. I have to find out. I
know what you're talking about. I forgot the name. I know the book.
He even talks about the matzah in Eretz Yisrael, that the Malchus Arishot today of Eretz Yisrael is all about Mashiach. But the Pratim of the Shemish says again, that's a minion. Sitzt da oben da. That's what the ladies are talking about. Was da mal gehört, als Freund soll sitzen und reden, nicht wegen Gefäßwas. The ganze Marke was all about Mashiach. I saw today interesting Orach Chaim HaKadosh. Seit man schreischt, that the learn Orach Chaim HaKadosh yet talk, but somebody put me up on a website, on a WhatsApp group, Orach Chaim, a daily Orach Chaim is sending out. Honestly, I usually don't open it. Punkt, Heint habe ich ja geöffnet. Weißt du schon was? Aber also, so the Orach Chaim says a beautiful thought. It says by Yosef, the Malach asked where you're going, so I'm going to don't matter, say Medrash. So the Malach told them they went to Doison. So the Medrash says two things. Either he went over there Or the other thing, the Medrash actually told him, the Malach told him, you know, they're plotting to kill you. They're plotting to kill you. Back to the Shaila. So why did he go? You know they're going to kill you. What's like Esther? Even as a suffix. Why are you going? So the Chaim says an interesting answer. Sagt der Kedem Kol sagt hat beschumme von Yosef mitzad sein Avas Yisrael. He would not accept there is such a possibility that his brothers want to kill him. Mitzad sein Avas Yisrael, he could not. Viel am Malach hat ihm das gesagt. Das kann nicht sein als Azach. Interesting. Bewelle geht, der wird nicht gesprochen. Nach ihm reingefallen an anderem Schatz. Yosef hat das Schliches. He has a shlichus. His father sent him. If you have a shlichus, you don't look at your own safety, security, comfort, etc. You got a shlichus to do. Keep on going. Don't allow a malach to frighten you. Don't allow anything to stop you. You have a shlichus. You go. Was it sein zum Sof? Was in the Mensch's business? Now we're trachton, and Yosef would decide, look, it's dangerous. I'm not going. Where would we be today? But the Chalz show is for Mitzrayim. I mean, the whole, if he wouldn't have gone, but the way the things developed, ganz Matan Torah is gekommen to lead them, but Yosef hat Machlet given that he's not looking at his own safety, he's doing his shlichus. I think it is a powerful message for us. We want to have Yutas Kislev, we will have the Terech Hadosh mit the Teitzach Agula. Nicht on the scoring benasim, no nice bepoel mamish. We have to know. We have a shlichus, and not even a malach can stop us from doing what we
you know, the Rebbe in last week's Sikha, and Dvar Malchus from last week, the Rebbe has just one short ha'ara, which I found to be so amazing. The Rebbe says that Yaakov to live then Yaakov at Genitz Malachim. He says mit the covet from the Malachim. But even more than that, not Nami didn't. Malachim, they're the Eibishter's employees. They're not Yaakov's employees, they're Eibishter's employees. And we know that Malachim can't multitask. They can only do one thing at a time. So Adu Nem say, and you send them for your shlichus, they're not able to do the Eibishter's shlichus on that time. And yet hat sich Yaakov nicht gerechnet mit alle den Jahren. For was? Now the Baal der Shlichus is given the bidder von Esav. Das given hat geschickt zu Esav zu gehen zu der Geule. Aber Baal das ist Shlichus, wenn gehe zu der Geule, rechnet sich nicht mit Kashum in Jahren. Viele nicht, dass nimmt weg die Malachim von der Eberste. Also sagt der Rebbe, man rechnet sich nicht mit Kashum in Jahren, because this is the Shlichus of Mashiach. I'm saying within Shlichus itself. This shlichus, when they get to the Geula, is the hechste in everything is suspended. And Yaakov benutzt sich afilin mit the malachim.
Wow. That's a hard and what parsha? This parsha?
In the Vayishlach, in last week's Dvar Malchus, the Vayishlach. I don't remember which order, but it's a order there.
Oh, what happened to we wanted to make a meme for Hanukkah, the connection with Hanukkah and Mashiach, the position.
So he's online. He can talk to himself. Label get up.
Okay.
He'll call himself Len.
So how do we? So who can put a picture with it and we?
So he's Psach Picha. Let's see the label.
Yeah. I made the horrors that you suggested making different changes, minor changes, which I did. Sent it back to you and Mendy and Ruvain and Shmuley, and suggested we get the guy who did you the nice art direction for your chura, that he make it look pretty. So,
okay, I'll take a look. I saw you sent me, but I didn't get a chance to open it.
Yes, actually, I saw it. It's very good. It's good stuff.
Thank you. It's
so
your
we
stuff.
just did a nice picture with it.
Yeah.
Do a little brochure, a little something with it, and let's email it right away. How are we going to send it out?
So if you send us a WhatsApp, that would be the best, no?
Is that
Facebook, WhatsApp?
I thought we made it a little bit more than a meme that we talked about. We want to have something to give to shluchim to be able to speak by menorah.
That's what
Both.
it is.
Both.
Yeah, so it's more than just a meme sending out. Is we need to tell shluchim that the meme has to be that we can post in our groups. We have what to speak about Mashiach. Here's how to bring Mashiach to your group. We did it for you. You just have to read these words and make that a little bit nicer. But that's the idea, is that it's ready-made. It's here, just like you download from whatever.
Can we ask? What's his name, Shlomi, if 302 wants to send it out? But with an answer immediately, without waiting 3 weeks until after Hanukkah.
I'll be ready for Purim. It's no problem.
The idea is a good idea to prepare speeches, Shabbosim, speeches for Yom Tovim.
I think there are already.
There are a million of those out.
Yeah, the people don't know where to get it.
We should collect them. We should collect them. But maybe even if Shlomi,
I think what we need to do is we need to we should collect the stuff that's out there and repackage them in a way that's very appealing, that catches people's eyes, and they want to read it and give it over. It's all about the appeal. If something looks
so many groups that send out drushes and drushes and drushes. This one is Mashiach, and this one is this, and this one is like this. I mean,
no, but there's not one place you can go. If there was a place that shluchim could go, Minatzchim / shluchim, and it's all there every week, that's what we need to do. But okay.
The other thing which
hold on, let me stop you for a second, if you don't mind. I think Rabbi Kesselman. Just 1 second. Sandy, do you want to call Shlomi and ask him, look, we have a ready thing. Tonight it's going to be nicely presented. Balbatish, it's not going to have the 302 glossy professional look, but it's going to be nicely presented.
The question is whether he's going to feel that it's going to dilute from his current push.
Yes.
He's trying as hard as he can.
Say it again, your question?
So he's trying as hard as he can to push out the Tutals addendum. Whether he's going to say that right now, I don't want to do
okay, that's one of the.
I agree with you, Sandy.
Okay, no, good point.
It's not.
So Sunday, maybe we just send it out as a broad mails. We pay whatever it costs, $100, and we send it out before Hanukkah and tell people they can sign up for a Minatzchim. We pay for the email.
Does Shluchim office still send out all the Shluchim?
Somebody does. Merkus does. If it's not him, it could be Merkus.
What,
if we don't want to be part of, we don't need to be part of them. We could just use a
we
broad
can
email.
look, everybody here on this thing, give $10 and we'll all get a broad email. You know, we'll get a broad email going. But the thing is like this. We need to have an extremely non-generic, eye-catching title for the email, because otherwise it's going to be another one of the broad emails. The second I see broad emails, I usually gloss over it because I know that it's some sort of solicitation and a lot of good. But how do we make it compelling enough that a lot of shochem can open?
I think you should make a title: "The best recipe for latkes."
Not a bad one. That's not bad.
I think it's going to catch a lot of attention.
The best Hanukkah recipe guaranteed.
Okay.
Here's how to get free latkes for Hanukkah. The first line will say, go to Trader Joe's. But now that we're here, check out this free resources on Mashiach for Hanukkah. On the same topic of catchy titles, I wanted to have some kind of write-up or a 30-second elevator speech for that we can use, that we can be confident in what we're saying about the initiative, about the sikha, about what we're doing here. When I already had 2 shluchim that I put in my group at 158, and I had 2 people send me emojis with their covered eyes that they don't know anything about it from the beginning. That means so to help me and others like me to have the right ICS to express this, Rabbi Wolf or any other rabbi that wants to put that together would be helpful.
I didn't know what you were saying. Put together what?
Just a paragraph of when you're calling someone, what are you saying exactly? Beyond this stupid that you don't understand already and you haven't joined, but the right words to help explain it, why they should be joining beyond
Oh, why they should be joining the group, the Minatzchim? I'm sorry, I didn't follow what you were
No,
saying.
not the Minatzchim. Why they should be are you talking about the Minatzchim? Or are you talking about why they should be joining the Tut Alts initiative?
Yeah, not Minatzchim, the Tut Alts.
Oh. We're jumping from one thing to the other, and we're going to go away with garnished. Let's go step by step. I mean, we need to get this Hanukkah thing out. So please, label to who did you send it besides to me? To Reuven and to who else?
To you, to Shmuley. Let's see. I don't know. One or two others.
Okay.
But
So, Reuven, can you give it to your?
My question is, what is it? Explain to me. I didn't the first time I'm hearing about it. I wasn't.
There's some short thoughts and then little speeches. How Hanukkah is all about lighting the way to redemption.
So it's basically a paragraph, concept on Inyanei Chanukah and Mashiach. So once a night, he can bring a different part.
Oh, so it's a paragraph for the 8 nights?
Not all 8. I think I have 5 or 6, but yeah.
So maybe we should work first on getting 8 so that we can send out a Davar Shalom.
No, I think we shouldn't work on words. It's Monday, and we're not going to send it out. If we're going to start working now on most stuff.
No, I can send it to my guy, but I want to tell him because he's going to create an idea. He has to have an idea. If I tell him the idea is that should be 8 things, he'll maybe be able to make some kind of a menorah kind of a set. He'll be able to, you know what I'm saying? You want to give him a Davar Shalom. So even if I don't give him the whole thing now, but if I tell him what the idea is, he'll be able to create the idea.
If you want to have the 8, I think you can send a link to what Shlomi did last year. Hanukkah, we had 8 from, who was it? I think Lindsay Rukov or somebody. No, not Lindsay Rukov. What's the other one's name? He had something for every night, a thought. You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember?
I do, but I don't remember. Well,
what's his name? No, the 3 brothers. They speak. Forgetting his name. No, he spoke by the Kinders a few years ago.
How?
No. He was the main speaker by the Kinders a few years back. He's on campus.
Oh, Greenberg.
Greenberg, that's right. Okay.
Greenberg.
Yeah, that's right. So he had last year 8 pieces, and they were very nice. So you can make a link. I think actually I sent this to you. To make a link to this, and there you have the 8 if you more chaymer.
I thought the whole point of this was going to be that it can be a prepared speech for Shliach to say at a public menorah lighting. Isn't that what it was supposed to be?
So that's what it is. You have about five or six ready thoughts written very well that you can use.
Mm-hmm. So not all to be used in the same speech, but you can make 5 pieces from it.
Separate pieces, separate thoughts. I think you did a great job, Libby.
Thank you.
I think the idea of giving a shliach a speech, that he has a ready speech, because this should hopefully
helpful,
tempting, because otherwise I have to sit down and write my own speech. So if you're going to give me a speech, it would be
true. Absolutely. So, Reuven, you'll give it to your.
I can try. I hope he's not busy, and I hope he'll be able to do it for me.
It doesn't have to be much. It just have to be presented nicely. It doesn't need any major thing. Just have to be clean, neat, eye-catchy. In other words, breaking up the paragraphs properly, making the titles a little bigger, and people should see that it's reading material. It's not a brochure to distribute. It's not a pamphlet.
It's just an email.
Yes.
I had an idea also. What do we do? Hopefully the booklet, the Mashiach booklet, will be ready before the Kinnis HaShluches, right? Obviously. Do we have any connection with any shluches that can give it out to the shluches there? but it should be done in a way that shouldn't be chapla. That it should be done that we speak with them chatchila, that we can put it down to, in the, each place. For the women should be more.
I think we can maybe ask them to put it into the
women probably will be more.
Could it be in their kit?
So who can talk to them?
We could ask for to get into the kit.
Yeah, that'll be even better.
Who oversees that kind of thing?
I mean, the Kinnis office. I mean, so who is it? Mendel. You have to talk after to a woman. Mendel Kotlarski.
Yeah, I think this is better to speak to the ones in charge of the program, which are the women.
So who's in charge?
They have a group of. They have a lot of women who are.
So we have to start now. We tell them we have a thing. It's mamish about to be printed. We can show them already the thing we gave out for the Kinnis or shluchos. We can show them one with the flowers. I would like them. One with
Ruben, if you send me one for the one that you gave out for the wedding, which has nice flowers on.
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
No, it's nicer. I'll send it to one of the women who are involved.
Okay. I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, tell us to be updated with nice pictures and stuff. Even nicer.
Tell them this is just a draft, but it's going to be something very nice. And is it possible?
See if we can put it into the.
And maybe even if you print special for the Kinnis Shluchos, we can give it the feminine touch in the graphics.
If anybody wants to look at it, I just put in the chat the first one that their label made, just to see if that would be what you think is sufficient for someone to say something on. The Hanukkah thought. It's in the chat right now if you just take a look.
What?
Zusha, I'm sending it to you right now.
Go ahead.
On your WhatsApp.
On the WhatsApp. Thank you.
I just sent.
But do you think it has anything to do with vitamins? Huh. So they have the same.
I didn't hear. Where is the Tut Outs? I feel like the first Tut Outs program had much more energy. Where is the Tut Outs energy holding now? Maybe I just wasn't on the phone for 2 weeks.
Are we getting into
people? Are people taking it? Are they getting into it?
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. I was talking to Mendy Majeski. I'm not sure.
I feel like there's
we're all saying the same thing. We don't understand the difference by Tut Outs is that there was a Chavches Nisan energy, and then there was a Torah energy. So the energy now is self-burning. You have to want Mashiach right now. That's the energy. Yeah. And that's what I think the piece is missing to explain. And that's maybe where in the past we've had difficulties launching all these things, is that the energy has to be, so we have to be the fire. So I think, in my humble opinion, that we need to verbring, and we talked about last week about having the verbring this Thursday night, that we should be the fire, lighting the fire by shlochim, that this matters and it's important and it should be done. Because otherwise it's a month-long program to learn one sikha, and that you're going to design, you're going to check a box.
I think that too is a little bit of I'm not going to say a problem, but a challenge in the fact that it's a month long for the whole sikha, so it doesn't zero it into one day, one time.
Right, that's what we were mentioning before.
It's like the charity campaign that was always so effective because it was 24 hours, and that was the chap.
But I have to know that we can make either break up the sikha into 4 and learn it one share a week and break it up, or do 1 week on practical. There's definitely amazing ideas that we could come up with if we will. We have to. The Minatzchim's a little quiet nowadays. We have a group of so many more people from the Kinnis, and we're still waiting.
So first of all, we need people to call. For mentioning, I have a list of 5 shluchim that are ready to call other shluchim.
But I think more than just calling,
you, Litvin, Kesselman, Mendy Jacobson, and myself. Anyone else?
But on top of the shluchim calling, we have to understand do we just want everyone to learn a sikha? What are we trying to achieve here?
Yeah. Yeah, to make a gathering, make a Farbrengen together, whatever. Come and learn the Sikha together.
No. But I think
There's more, the campaign is titled much more than that. And the campaign is supposed to be living Mashiach and living a Mashiach mindset nowadays. And I think that if I just get someone to learn a Sikha, I'm glad he learned the Sikha, and I hope it changes his life completely. And the next day he hears new Torah. But the program-wise and what we want to encourage the Sukham to be able to do with their communities is they should be bringing this mindset to their lives and to their family and to the community. And I am not sure that is ready expressed in the program. That's why I think there's that's what like the ISIS I'm looking for. It's not just I'm telling you to learn a Sicham and Tzad Achdas and Mitzvah. We're learning this like we did by Dvar Malchus.
If you want
Dvar Malchus, by the third Sicham, we already lost the energy. People did it. People didn't do it.
You know what I think? I think realistically that the kunz about all these things is a very powerful launch. Something, either a launch event or a launch, something needs to grab everybody's attention and make them excited about it.
Yes, and we haven't had that. By the vision conscious, you had that Farbrengen, and the other one you also had the big Farbrengen. So we need something.
I'm wondering if one of the chevra, because to me this right now, I hate to say it this way, but everybody. I hate to say it because it's like it sounds a little bit exploitive, but it's nished. It's not, and it'll be if Moshe Kotlarski, who right now has everybody's attention because of his incredible show of strength despite his own difficulties, and if he put out a 5-minute clip, if somebody would get a 5-minute clip of telling Chevra, this is. You know what we need to be doing to change our own mindset. If this clip, if we can make a clip go viral, if he can speak on this, somebody can, I think just 5 minutes. I don't know if there's a single level Lubavitch that will immediately capture the imagination of the Mishpachas HaShluchim, like Moshe, and Moshe we know feels for this Inyan. So somebody can figure out somebody who has his ear. Can say, Ramesh, if with your permission, we'd like to put a camera in front of you for 5 minutes, and you'll just speak to the nechitzus of this effort, so that your office 302 has invested a lot of money into this, and what can happen is with your 5 minutes of your time, you can make or break it. If he would put out a video that would go out, that would be on the nash.org and COL, whatever it is, and it would say when Moshe Kotlarski speaks heartfelt words to the world of shluchim, it would be immediately. Everybody would be aware of it immediately. Everybody would share this clip on all the WhatsApp groups, and
you don't have to convince us. Call Shlomi right now and find out what we need to do to make it happen.
I'll tell you what you need to make it happen.
You know, because Zusha had spoken to him to come speak to us instead of speaking to us. Speak to everybody.
We don't need him to speak live. We need him to
if you can prepare a text, a powerful text. Moshe needs text. If you can prepare a text that he will be comfortable to say, we can make it happen.
I think if you ask me, there is no more powerful catalyst right now to Mishpachas HaShluchim.
Great idea. I think it's a great idea. So who can write out a text that Moshe will feel comfortable reading?
1 minute. Besides that, what's the problem making another Farbrengen around the ideas that they're learning the next 5 months? Which Shluchim, the same idea they made for the other ones. Why can't they make this one?
I think that could happen, but I think this is a bit so possible and so. And the return on the
simple.
It's
and
simple.
easily done. It's easier to organize than have another. This is a Kol HaShofer.
It's a Kol HaShofer. It's a Kol HaShofer.
Okay, I will write something up.
Write what you want to hear from him.
Yeah, I'll write something up.
I don't know. I'm not so convinced that's gonna push everyone off the what he calls. Yeah, we're going. I don't know.
No, but what if it pushes out 100 people?
If it pushes those
Definitely
100,
worth the
we'll start
effort.
pushing 10 people ourselves. That's what's going to happen. Because we need to
And
push
how many
ourselves
people
too.
are going to participate at the?
Okay,
we need to make it?
so hold it. Can I say something else? Maybe Ramosha's video is like at the pinnacle of it, but there should be influential people, not just shluchim, but also like some gevirim, people that are popular. And if we can get a few people to film a few people and they can speak about it, a businessman, for instance, from Australia, he loves the Rebbe's learning.
Gutnick.
Not Gutnick. No. Gutnick also, but I'm saying, what's his name? Josh Goldhirsch. Josh Goldhirsch. He was the one who pushed the whole Tut Alts thing. If he would give a little clip, we have create a little.
I understand that he doesn't want to speak.
No?
From what I understand, he's not the speaker. He doesn't want to speak.
He's very shy. I know him.
I'm just giving him.
You know him?
Rabbi Binyamin Majeski, when you spoke to Mashiach Officer Shlomi, was there any kind of bigger plan on this? These kind of things? Because these are things Shlomi, like the whole Fabrangans, they worked on these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any of that now planned already? We don't need to plan their job. We want to support them, not tell them what they're doing wrong.
No, but we do want to. We are the chevra on the. We're the
So I don't want to work against what he's doing. If he's trying to get other people who are trying to do such a thing, we need to know if there's no effort in this field, then we can go ahead.
No, I'm gonna I'm gonna call Shlomi. I'm gonna call Shlomi today and find out just in general how he feels the launch is going, and obviously he's gonna say that he feels like there's not enough here. And so I'm going to say that that to a certain degree, that right now the most powerful tool to his launch is sitting right in his office, and that I'm happy to write up something unless he has something already written up. But the vart is, if he's willing to get a camera in front of Moshe, and to a certain degree, Moshe owes us, because there was supposed to be some sort of mention at the Kinnis about the Minatzchim. I don't mean to say that that's the way I'll be presented, but that just means that he is ready to push. I mean, he's for this. He's for this thing, and the biggest taina that Freim Mintz had was that you can't come now, a couple days before our biggest live event and ask to change up and throw in this curveball. But if that's the only taina, look, the fact is that Mashiach campaign office is part of Marcus 302. There's a vested interest in having.
He will not have a problem to do it. I'm telling you. I mean, depending how he's feeling, but
if it's written up,
yeah, give him some, and he'll have it polished. He'll have it worked out by his people. There's people who write things for him, but
I know that I have to believe that we're all feeling this way. We're all very much sympathetic to anything that Moshe is going to say right now.
Yes. But I think the standing ovation that he got Thursday night is a proof of that.
The Emerson spontaneous.
What?
The Emerson spontaneous event.
It was spontaneous, not like the roll call spontaneous dancing. No, there was Mamish spontaneous. There's no question about it. People appreciate him. People respect him. People appreciate him because ultimately he's the only one that does something to the shluchim. It's as simple as that, and he does.
So I want to know. I'll speak to Shlomi about it. I'll speak to Shlomi and make the suggestion and see what he says. And then if he says he needs something written up, I'll write something.
You know what, Sandy, if I may, write something out and then speak to him. Tell him, by the way, I have something ready. I mean, give it just as a draft for somebody else to write it properly for him.
Yeah.
I think it has to have some more meat and bones to it. I think just Moshe saying is not going to push the whole anash to have this koch. I mean, it's nice.
I think this idea of getting more people, let Shlomi then take it to more people, the idea. But first of all, coming from Moshe first would be very beautiful.
I think the problem is that the Chaimer is extremely good, but the average shliach is too busy to have taken the time to know what exists there for them. And I think that's the point of getting Moshe. He will draw attention to stuff that will be compelling on its own. The Chaimer is compelling. The idea that you'll learn this and it has the possibility of changing your entire mindset with your shlichus and provide you the terms to help change the mindset of your balabatim. That this is really kind of, what you wanted with Inyan Mashiach. You wanted that it shouldn't just be words and platitudes, but it should be a significant and substantive mind change, the mindset change. And so, wow, that sounds interesting. The problem is with a lot of this stuff, even with the vision conscious, is that the average shliach said, "I'm not even sure what this was or what this is." We want somebody who will capture everybody's attention for 5 minutes, who will explain what this is. And I think there's nobody who will automatically get a click to their video like Ramesh right now. If there's a 5-minute video clip from Ramesh of him, everybody's watching. Every shliach is watching.
Where's the playgroup in